Good morning everyone. Hope you are all doing good. Welcome back to my channel. And I'm sure you watched all my videos, right? Yeah. Thank you so much for all your support and comments and likes. I really appreciate and thank each one of you for supporting me. I just wanted to share you something very interesting that happened this morning. I was just talking to my maid and she was just telling me about her monthly expenses. And while she was describing the various expenses that she is actually making for a particular month, she quite came up with one particular answer saying, ma'am, I have to pay my rent, I have to pay for my the house rent and groceries and all that. She was giving all the list of things that she has as an expenses. And in that, she also said, I have to pay for my children's education. School fees has to be paid. She was actually doing this as she was actually negotiating with me to get a little more, a bonus or a little more increment on the salary that she is getting every month. So while she was doing that, she said, ma'am, monthly education expenses is too huge because I have 3 children and I need to spend so much on their education itself. So when I just heard it, I got a bit shocked, but at the same time I was wondering like how these people are unaware of the fact there are so many of us who are not aware that spending for a children's education is not an expenditure. But that's actually the common mistake or common thought process so many of us have. In fact, I'm sure many of you who are watching this video might think like, what is that? It is also an expense, right? It is also comes under an expenses head. I would say it is not an expenses. When you are investing in education for yourself or for your children, it is not at all an expense. It is actually an investment because you are investing to gain some knowledge. That knowledge, I'm sure you should be able to do some betterment for your own life, at least to add some value to yourself or to others. Because we all take years and years of education, spending so much of money. Of course, when we spend so much of money, we also take the returns back by doing some kind of profession, some kind of business, some kind of trading for our own time with education, time with whatever the work that we do. So when you are talking about expenditure, education is not an expenses. Let me tell you why I take this point as seriously as this morning. Because there are so many people, they even think, even for buying a small book, they think it is an expense. But they never know the unwanted expenditures that actually they are doing, which is of no use. For example, you may go for a movie. I know there are so many people who watch movies in the theater or something like that. You spend so much of amount just for a popcorn. But for the same money, you can even buy a single book, the popcorn or whatever the food that you are consuming, even the movie or entertainment that you are doing. It is just a one-time expenditure. It is not going to return you anything, but a book is going to give you so much of value. It is going to come back as a return in some place where you have to make some kind of critical decision in your life. So that's the basic difference between a rich and a poor. If you are a rich-minded person, see, basically how rich thinks is they do everything as investment. I mean, like when they spend for their education, they think it is as an investment that they are doing. But when a common poor person is actually think it as an expenditure. So let me ask you this question. Are you thinking in a poor mindset or are you thinking in a rich people mindset? So that's going to define the way of your thought, and that's going to define the way how you are living your life as well. It may sound so silly or sound so simple, but there are so many things behind this particular thought process. Okay, I'm sure I just gave you some food for thought that you need to actually go through and decide on yourself, right? Keep watching and thank you so much.